So insolvency can happen if the state intervention is not balanced. And it happened in the UK, as I said, and therefore if it happens, there is a high risk of a domino effect, destroying the whole sector within a few days. And therefore, whenever it happened in the past month, as in the UK with bulb energy, or as just last week or 10 days ago, in the case of Vienna Energy, the state has only a few hours to save that company, and saving a company from insolvency is far more expensive than making a balanced ordinance in the beginning.
What investment plans do you have for this year? Do you have any more investment plans, or have you reconfigured your plans considering the new measures and the new situation?
Yeah, investments is mainly a topic for the distribution grids, in electricity distribution grid and gas distribution grid, which we operate. We have increased investments at the beginning of the year, but since privatization, E.ON always reinvested the money into Romanian infrastructure. So the money was not flowing as dividends to someone abroad. It was always constantly reflowing to the largest extent to infrastructure investments in Romania. That's why we really improved frequency of outages. We have less often outages, they are shorter in time, and so on. Now, in the current situation, we have, I think, in the energy market, two main problems. The big one we just discussed, the price of energy. But we have a small problem, which can grow big too, but a far smaller problem is the cost of distribution. So in the example of the grocery store owner in my home village, he has to go to the market to buy the tomatoes, to bring it to the village, which is a transport cost. And then if he sells to the customer, he needs to have the transport cost and the cost of the vegetable. So the transport cost is a small part of the total. In our case, it's called distribution tariff, and the distribution tariff is only one small part of the total. We need an increase in this distribution tariff because costs have to be adapted each year. And if we do not do it, then we are not able to invest anymore. And this is, I think, a failure in this ordinance too, that the distribution tariffs are frozen. Because if we want to be able to finance these investments, it's just a few lei per household and per month. We are talking about the big problem, which is creating a real problem for customers and for macroeconomics and for inflation if it's not solved properly. But in distribution, we are talking about a small problem, but if it is not solved, then no investments can continue in distribution grid. Just to give an example, from the money we receive in distribution right now, almost 100% flows to producers of energy too, because a certain part of energy is needed for the operations of the grid. And if it continues like this, there's no money left for salaries, no money left for materials, no money left for service providers doing works in our grid, and it's clear this cannot be sustainable. So here we talk about an easy step to solve, but if it's not solved, it can create huge problems. So after EU decision, a new ordinance is needed in Romania, and in this ordinance also the distribution tariffs must be cost reflective according to all the Romanian regulation in place. It cannot be frozen by ordinance.
I have to ask this question. Have you considered downsizing or even exiting Romania or any other market?
We are long-term oriented. Since privatization, we are long-term oriented. I believe in the potential of this country. I believe in the potential of the development. Even if we are going to have a difficult winter due to energy prices all over Europe, I believe in the long-term perspective of this country, and I continue to believe so. Therefore, we want to have a sustainable operations. We are here to improve infrastructure for our Romanian customers. We are here for offering energy solutions to our customers like PV, heat pumps, whatever. So we're offering many products helping also our customers to reduce their energy bill. So that's our intention. And as I say, the state intervention needs to be balanced for everybody. I understand there's a need to protect customers in need, but it must be done in a way that companies are not going insolvent, because insolvency would then destroy the whole market, and then with this major crisis is coming to the whole economy. If this is avoided, and there is a way to avoid it, and therefore I think there's also a political interest to avoid it. If it is avoided, I'm still optimistic that we can continue, but it's clear we need to find a solution in September. We have one part of the equation limiting our income or the refund to us. We need the other part of the equation, which is cheaper energy from Romanian state producers to Romanian customers.
What's the wide solution that you see for this winter? Let's say maybe there's a smart choice that the government can do this winter.
I see three main things that need to be done. First, using the chance, Romania has most of the gas in the country. Romania produces most of the electricity in the country. Use this chance for not to deindustrialize Romania by asking the current prices, but by finding a way to offer cheaper production prices for the energy which is produced in Romania for domestic consumption. First part, and most urgent part. Second, you must not punish those who are investors, because the answer is more investments are needed and it can be supported by European funds, but also for this you need trust of investors. So I'm talking here mainly about renewables. And last but not least, I think the last part is use energy more efficiently, not by reducing the comfort, not by having lower temperatures, but by using better boilers, by using more efficient climate condition, by using, on the long run, electric cars. So there are many possibilities to have the same comfort by using less energy, and here I think this is a necessary part of the solution. So three things: repair the equation in the energy market, do not destroy trust for investors but create trust for investors, and support better use of energy.
Considering your third point, what last minute solution do you see for the consumers this winter? What should they do?
So I know that there are customers who are not able to invest right now, especially in these circumstances. So what we try to offer as a company is that we invest and then ask for repayment over time. So our customer can, if he has an inefficient boiler or an inefficient heating or an inefficient climate conditioning, he can come to us, ask for the investment into a more efficient solution and paying back on his choice on 3 or 5 or 7 years. So this is what we offer already, and where we see that many customers are interested. In addition, I know that customers are struggling with these products too, because they are too poor to invest for more efficient solutions. And here the state has a role. Here the state must support. I think it is feasible. European money is available. It just must be done.